Ring Security System Review. Securing your home without breaking the bank. Episode number 8.
Welcome to the 1 Hour Smart Home Podcast,
helping you make your life better
using automation and technology, with your host, James Both.
Thank you for being here, and before we get started, I have a couple of smart home announcements. I've had this vision for a long time of creating a smart home forum where people can discuss, ask questions, get advice, and answers to their questions about smart home technology. Yes, there are already smart home forums out there, but many of them are sponsored by the same manufacturers that create the device. That means if there are problems with the device, oftentimes that content gets censored. I want to create a place where you can get real answers to real questions, unbiased reviews, and unbiased advice from other smart home users. So, we just launched the forum on 1hoursmarthome.com. What I'd like to ask you to do today is go to 1hoursmarthome.com, sign up for an account, and ask a question. We're going to try and answer as many as possible, but you can also answer other people's questions. And that's what we're looking to create with our smart home forum. So thank you very much, and let's get started. All right, so today we are going to give you our full review of the Ring security system. So I've had this security system installed in my house for a couple of months now, and I've tested other security systems like the Nest security system and the SimpliSafe security system. And the Ring security system really, it's right up there. It is a top competitor. It is a great security system for your home. So we're going to kind of go over the features for this, but if you want more information about the Ring security system, as well as the kind of packages that you can get for the security system, please go to the website. We've got a review there, all of the features compared detail by detail. So you can find that at 1hoursmarthome.com and either go to the blog or you can just go to the show notes for this episode number 8, and it's going to have that information here. So the Ring security system basically works on a Wi-Fi network. And what you've got is a base station, and that has an alarm built in, and that's the brains of the system. You have a keypad, and that's just like a traditional security system where you punch in the number to arm it or disarm it or change the different modes that it has. And then you've got motion sensors and door sensors. Now, those are the basic package and basic components of the security system, and it connects to your Wi-Fi network. So you can arm it from your home with a keypad. You can arm it with your phone or disarm it with your phone and anyone else that you give access on the app. Or what I really like, and we've got a post about this on our website, is you can arm and disarm with Alexa, which I think is a great feature and I use all the time. When I'm walking out the door, I just say Alexa, arm security system, and it does it. So that is a nice little feature that a lot of the other competing smart security systems don't have an integration with Alexa. Now, the security system, there's packages anywhere from the $150 range up to the $300 range for this, and it really just determines how many sensors that you're going to have in the security system. And the basic sensors are door and window sensors and motion sensors. Door and window sensor is going to set off the alarm when a door or window is opened. These are just contact sensors. There's a little magnet inside of them. You place them on your door, and one piece of it on the door frame and the other piece on the door. And when the door is open, it's going to set off the alarm. Now, these sensors are great. It's, somewhere I think they're like $30 a pop, but you can just stick them up. They've got adhesive on the back of them, so you can stick them up onto any door. And it doesn't require any wiring. Nothing in the security system requires any wiring, which is what I love about it. The base station just needs to be plugged in, and you can plug that in anywhere. So I've got my base station plugged into a closet, out of sight. Works great, still very loud. I can hear it throughout the entire house. And if you want, you can also purchase additional sirens for your home. So the door window sensors, very easy to install, very easy to set up. Basically, they have a little battery in them. You just peel and stick, put them wherever you want. If you want to use a screw, you can use that as well for the door. So a great option to secure doors and windows. Now, if you have multiple doors and windows in a room and you just want to secure the room, you can use a motion sensor. And the motion sensor, tested this out. I couldn't sneak by it in my house. But the motion sensor, you typically have it disabled when you are in home and guarding mode. And there's 3 different modes to the Ring security system. There's basically unsecured or not armed, disarmed, we'll say. There is another mode, which is home and guarding. And home and guarding typically activates all of your door sensors and window sensors. Because if you have a motion sensor activated when you're home and guarding, if someone walks by that motion sensor, you could potentially set off the alarm, and you don't want to do that. And then the third mode is away and guarding, and that's where all sensors are armed, including the motion sensors and window and door sensors. And if any motion is picked up, it will set off the alarm. So I typically use the home and guarding mode every night. It's easy to set up the guarding. I just say ALEXA, arm my security system, and she will go ahead and do that. And, I really like that at night because I don't need to be near the keypad. I don't even have to grab my phone. But in these different arming modes, you can customize it. You can have motion sensors in your profile to be armed and home and guarding. You just need to be aware of where you place them so you don't set them off. So the motion sensors are good for bigger spaces, for like a garage, or if you want to cover multiple areas at one time, or if you're not concerned about really using the motion sensor when you're home and you're only going to use it when you're gone. Now, there are a couple other sensors that work with this security system, and this is what I really like about this security system in comparison to other security systems, is that you can add additional sensors. And Ring has done a really good job of bringing out other sensors to the marketplace other than just the typical motion and window and door sensors that other competitive products have. So they continually add sensors to the lineup to add more functionality. And one of the sensors that we just wrote a review on our website, go ahead and check that out, is the Ring Flood and Freeze Sensor. The Ring Flood and Freeze Sensor, or the Ring Water Alarm Sensor is what I call it. And basically what this sensor does, in Chicago, this is actually very applicable, is that it will detect if there is water wherever you place it. So if you place it near a water heater that starts leaking, it's going to alert you. Place it near a sump pump that starts to overflow, it's going to alert you. And it will also alert you when you get to low temperature, under 40 degrees. So it's going to tell you when there's low temperature. And the reason for that is you're going to have burst pipes sometimes under 40 degree temperatures. So I found this super helpful in Chicago. We had a streak of weather that was like in the negatives as a high. So it got very cold. And I placed one of these underneath a cabinet in my home where we've got a sink on an exterior wall, and was able to kind of sleep soundly that I knew I'd be alerted if there was flood or freezing there if the pipes rose. And I actually was alerted when it was -19 that the temperature in the cabinet had reached under 40 degrees. And you say, how's that possible? Well, when you have piping in an exterior wall, there's typically little holes that go into the exterior wall and the piping runs down, and you get a little bit of a draft there. And that is what I had. So I opened up the cabinet, just let it get more interior air that was warmer and already heated, and that solved the problem with freezing pipes. But what's interesting is a couple days after everything thawed out here in Chicago, we got a lot of calls from smart home clients and people that were looking for solutions for water and freeze and flood detection because of the number of burst pipes that people have had here locally because of how cold it got. And this is a problem not just in Chicago, but anywhere that it got very cold. So this sensor from Ring can help prevent that being an issue. Now, one of the other sensors they have, or products they have that connects to this, is carbon monoxide and smoke alarms. So you can get a carbon monoxide and smoke alarm from First Alert. It needs to be Z-Wave enabled. And if you don't know what Z-Wave is, we have another podcast episode on what Z-Wave, Zigbee, and Wi-Fi are. I suggest you listen to that. But Z-Wave, basically the the base station connects via Wi-Fi and has all the brains in it for your smart home to be able to control your phone. But then the security devices actually communicate with Z-Wave on an internal network because it's more battery efficient than a Wi-Fi network. So that's maybe a little bit too in-depth for some of you, but just wanted to give you guys the full details on it. So you can buy a Z-Wave smoke detector from First Alert that works with the Ring security system. We'll have the links in it here. And that will then tie into your security system to give you alarm monitoring with the smoke, fire, and carbon monoxide detectors, which a lot of competitive security systems don't offer. They only offer security. So what's a little bit different about the Ring is that it is offering more of a comprehensive or holistic look at protecting your home and not just your safety in terms of people intruding to your home, but also from other threats like fire or protecting your property with the water flood freeze sensors. So that's what I really like about it, is that they are taking people's feedback, they're adding additional sensors and adding additional functionality for you to use the alarm system and security system. So that is what I really like about it. Now, one of my favorite parts about the security system is that it doesn't require a contract. You will have full functionality with the Ring security system without professional monitoring and without a contract. You don't have to have this. So you can go on Amazon. The links are in the post here. Just click on the links that we've got here. And you can purchase a Ring security system. You can set it up without professional monitoring. It's going to alarm whenever somebody comes in the home. So you're going to ward off intruders. If they hear that alarm, they're going to think that you have a fully monitored system. They don't know. And it's also going to alert you on your phone. So even if you don't have professional monitoring, you can just use your phone and call the police. Now, if you want professional monitoring, they do have it, and it is an incredible deal. It's $10 a month for professional monitoring with the Ring security system. So a lot of people already have a security system built into their home. They're probably paying $30, $40, $50, $60, $70 a month. I've even seen some quoted as high as that, with half the features, no integration with Alexa, very poor user interfaces on their phone. Well, the Ring doesn't have any of those issues. It's got a great user interface. It's very reliable, works with Alexa, and has continually adding products to the lineup. So that is a huge win for a security system. And if you are somebody that's concerned about long-term costs, you're looking at the difference between $500, $600, $700 a year and $100 to $150 a year for security monitoring of your home. Now, what Ring does that makes the deal even sweeter is that if you get professional monitoring with the Ring security system, they will throw in free video storage for your Ring smart doorbells, Ring smart cameras, Ring floodlights, any Ring video camera, smart camera. They're going to give you 60 days free storage for an unlimited amount of cameras. Now, some of you are like, well, I would only have a doorbell, or I would only have 1 or 2 cameras. But there are others of you out there that I know you love this smart home technology stuff. You might have 7 or 8 cameras, 9 cameras, 10 cameras, or you just have a big property, a lot of angles that you want to view. And I've seen these houses, we've done these houses, and we've been places where people have 14 or 15 cameras. So this offers a very compelling solution for you if you have a lot of Ring cameras or are planning on doing a lot of Ring cameras, because you're basically getting all that video storage for free, which is just crazy. It's an amazing deal compared to the other options, which a lot of competitors charge $5 to $10 a month for video storage. So you get all the video storage you want, 60 days, for an unlimited number of Ring camera products, including the Ring doorbell lineup. So it's a great deal where you get that comprehensive security system package again. Now, there's a couple more sensors that Ring has or that are compatible with the Ring security system. So you can get the smoke detectors, like we said, that are either hardwired or battery powered that you can install in your house, or you can leave your existing smoke detectors as they are, and you can get what's called a smoke detector listening device. And the listening device basically installs right next to your existing smoke detector, and it just listens for it to go off and will then alert you on the app that smoke or fire has been detected because it uses the sound of the listening device to then communicate with the base station and then communicate with your phone or the security monitoring sensor. So that's a great option if you don't want to take down your old fire smoke detectors, CO detectors, and you just want to retrofit and add functionality. Very easy to do. Anybody can do this. Just installing these sensors. There's also additional sirens that you can get. So if you place your base station, let's say on the second or third floor of a house, and you want to have another siren near your garage or near your entryway, you can do that. Those are anywhere in the range of, I think, 30 to 50 or 60 bucks. And you can place those near your door or your garage to ward off intruders when the alarm goes off. So overall, a lot of features. Things are continually being added to the Ring security system. I really like it. I actually am going to stick with the Ring security system after having another product installed. Obviously, I have to test all this stuff, but the long-term advantage of the professional monitoring cost has outweighed what the benefits of the other security systems I have tried are. And it is just as reliable, and it has more features and more different types of sensors I can use, as well as these sensors are lower cost, so I can put more of them more places, and overall just a great system. Now, installation. How do you install this? So it's a pretty easy installation. Basically, you don't have to have any tools to do this. You can use tools if you want to screw in the sensors, or you can just use the provided wall mounts that they have with adhesive. Very reliable, very strong. I've had this installed, like I said, a couple months on a door that we use every day. Hasn't fallen off, works great. It's been through hot weather, cold weather, no problem. So the installation, you don't need any tools for this. All you need is your phone. You're just going to walk through the setup instructions, a Wi-Fi connection, and you're going to be able to set this thing up. Just follow the steps. You start with the base station. You can add the keypad. You can add all the sensors. Basically, you just scan them into the app or enter the code in there, and they're going to show up on your phone, and then they're going to be active, and it just runs you through the steps. So the installation is very simple. Don't let that be a challenge. And you don't really need to call a professional to install this. You can do this yourself. It's very easy. As long as you understand how to use your smartphone, you're going to be able to do this. Some other technologies in the smart home space are a little bit more difficult. This is not one of them. This is easy. And once again, everything is wireless, okay? Even the keypad is wireless. The only thing that has to be plugged in is the base station. And the base station has like a 100-foot range, and they have network extenders for the Ring security system. So if you're getting a bad connection in one area of your home to some of your sensors, you can just buy a range extender, and it's going to repeat the network and continue the system and make sure it's very reliable. So I actually have one of those in my house. The base station was enough, but the package that I purchased, I think it was an 8 or 10 piece package, came with a range extender. I put that in. The network is fine. It's very responsive. Now, what I like is the basic packages typically include a keypad, so you can put that near your front door, or you can purchase additional keypads on top of the one that's typically provided. So I really like that because most people don't just enter their home from one place. Obviously, you can turn on and off your security system with Alexa, you can do it with your phone, or you can do it with a keypad. But I like it because you can put an entry keypad at any of the entries from your home, and you can also put one in your master bedroom if you want, so you can easily arm and disarm it if you want right there. I have a couple of them. I think it's a great idea just to have a keypad at least at every entry. So if you've got a front door entry and a garage entry, you probably want to do that. And then I would recommend adding another one to your master bedroom if that's where you sleep at night, just because it's easy to arm, unarm. We've got a dog, so we take the dog out, and every once in a while we'll have the security system armed and forget about it. So it's nice to have that up in the master bedroom. I can just hit it real quick if my wife is downstairs or took the dog down, and disarm it really quickly. And you say, oh, you can disarm your security system with Alexa. Couldn't a criminal do that? The answer is no, because you actually have to give it a passcode, which is ingenious. So you have to speak the passcode to arm or disarm the system on Alexa. So that is a very nice feature. and use it all the time. And I know I'm talking a lot about these keypads and all the extra accessories, but what you need to look at it is the overall long-term value of it. The Ring security system, you can buy these extra accessories like the keypad, which is like in the $40 to $60 range, because you're paying less per month than you would with a competitive system. I mean, that's potentially your 1 month savings right there. Just buy an extra keypad. It adds convenience for you, and it's going to make the system work even better. And what's nice about the keypad, it is completely wireless. Completely wireless, yes. It has a rechargeable battery in it. You charge up the battery, slides on and off the wall very nice. It has a really nice mount, and you can just slide it off the wall, stick it in the charger, charge it up for a couple hours, and then place it back, and it's 100% fully charged. It's awesome because you don't have to do any new wiring for your keypad. A lot of old style security systems have all this wiring behind them. They need power, everything like that. The keypad is completely rechargeable. Like I've said, I've had it installed for a couple months, and I haven't had to recharge a battery except for the initial installation. I charged it up right when I installed it, so we'll see how long that lasts. But they are Z-Wave devices, and Z-Wave devices are notorious for having really long battery lives. Some Z-Wave devices I've had connected to other systems have lasted 1, 2, even 3 years on battery power. So we'll see how long this lasts, but been a couple months now and haven't had any issues with any of the batteries, any of the keypads or anything like that. So overall, if you are looking at a new security system for your home or you're moving into a new home, I highly recommend this because there's no contracts. It has a very low lifetime costs. You get that if you do choose professional monitoring. It gives you the option to get all of your video recording free if you use other Ring devices, Ring cameras, Ring doorbells, all that stuff. And what's really nice about this is when you install a Ring system, because it doesn't require a contract, when you're selling your home, you've now added value. You've added a security system that adds value because that next customer, that next homeowner can use the system. They're going to get all those same features out of it, even if they don't use the alarm monitoring service. And I think that's great because I can't even describe to you the number of security systems. We go into somebody's house, they bought the house, and somebody had an old big name brand security system installed in the other house, and the next person has no idea how to use it, or they see big name security company brand, and they're like, oh yeah, it's going to be $70 or $100 to monitor the alarm. And that's not the case with Ring. You can use it without the monitoring, or you can use it with the monitoring. And most other alarm systems don't allow you to do that. They want you to be tied into the professional monitoring. This Ring system really is more about comprehensive security for your home, comprehensive well-being for your family, comprehensive damage protection with the flood and freeze sensors and the smoke detectors. And I really like that approach of security. So if you're considering a new security system in 2019, you're building a new home, you're upgrading, or for whatever reason you feel that you need security, this is a great option. I love the Alexa functionality. I love the ease of setup, and I love the use. And like I said, we go through a lot of different security systems. This is the one in 2019 that I've chosen to stay with. I'll give you an update in a couple months, and we can go through it again if there's new features that come out. But highly recommend checking this out. Go to our website, onehoursmarthome.com. Go to the show notes for this episode, and you're going to be able to also find the links there, not only for the Ring security system and kind of what we recommend, but also our in-depth review. We wrote 2,000 or 3,000 word post on this on the website that is going to give you everything you need to know about the Ring security system and some very in-depth features, as well as we're going to give you the extra functionality on how you can connect your Ring doorbell system, your Ring security system, and Ring doorbell, for that matter, system to Alexa so that you can arm and disarm your system with your voice. You can view your video cameras with your voice. And if you've got Fire TV Cube, you can even view your security system and security system footage right there on your TV. It is amazing what you can do with smart homes anymore. Another great feature of the Ring security system is that you have full battery backup built into the base station and cellular monitoring. What this means is that in the event of a power outage, you will still have a working alarm system. It has a battery backup built into the base station, as well as if you have a Wi-Fi malfunction or your Wi-Fi network goes down, obviously because if the power goes out, your Wi-Fi is not going to work, your Ring security system will still work with the professional monitoring and the cellular backup, which I think is a really good fail-safe feature and gives people a lot of peace of mind that their alarm system will work even in an emergency like a power outage after a storm or a snowstorm or ice storm that knocks out power. So that is another great feature of the Ring security system. So thank you very much all for listening, and we will catch you next time. All right, I have a favor to ask you. If you want to learn more about smart home technology, please go to our forum, sign up, ask a question, or respond to a question. We want to create a place where everyone can learn about smart home technology in an unbiased setting where you can learn what will work for you and solve problems for you and your home. You can either ask questions, answer questions, or just browse there. So go to onehoursmarthome.com, sign up for our forum today. If you want to support us, you can buy our products online at amazon.com. Just search 1 Hour Smart Home. We have smart plugs, smart light switches, smart dimmer switches for your home. You can also support us by joining our email list or going to read our reviews and clicking on any link for any of the products that direct to Amazon. We appreciate you for listening and hope to hear from you again.
Thank you for listening to the 1 Hour Smart Home Podcast. We love our listeners and your feedback. Subscribe to our email list at onehoursmarthome.com, where we share with you the best smart home technology, the latest reviews, tips, and tricks to make your life better. And with that, we'll catch you in the future.